Foles and the Jacksonville Jaguars as they match up with Marcus Mar.
Well, Coach, we are in a sweet spot as far as football weather is concerned today in Nashville. Just enough chill in the air for a sweatshirt, light breeze, fall in full swing at Nissan Stadium. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Nick Foles, the man that the Jags are hoping can get them over the hump in 2019. Super Bowl MVP a couple of seasons ago. Made 7 starts if you include the playoffs for the Eagles last year, winning 5 of them. Here's Foles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
D.D. Westbrook flashed a great combination of speed, elusiveness, and hands while he was at Oklahoma. And he continues to get better and better in the NFL with Jacksonville. Had a nice season in 2018. Expects to improve on that going forward.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Foles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. And 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 2nd and 13. Foles under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Coming in to sack him, Dominic Easley.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He's going to wind up and air it out. They've got his man complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
Now Foles. Lee's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dominic Easley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here come the Titans under second-year head coach Mike Vrabel. They'll be led out by their quarterback, who's now in his 5th season in the league, Marcus Mariota, the former Oregon Duck.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Nice move by Lewis.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor Lewan. A big, gregarious guy with great athletic ability. Plays the game with a little bit of an edge. In fact, he doesn't play to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Uses the stiff arm. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Alex Barnes with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. time here to remind you that coming up later tonight on Sunday Night Football, it's the Seahawks and the Eagles from Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And then tomorrow night on Monday night, more Birds with the Ravens involved in that one. Sadly not taking on the Cardinals or Falcons, though. Instead, they'll match up with the Rams in L.A. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The throw over the middle taken in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. He finds Beckham complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mariota. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10.
Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans have once again taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Gearing up for their next possession, Nick Foles and the Jags. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And that might be Titan football. It is.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Let's go, D. Check 43. SOS.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You better bring it. Check three. Show it up. 3. 1.
Mariota now from the 50. It's caught by OBJ. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Mike Bobo.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Over the middle to Becker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. To the air again, Mariota. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
No.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd and 15 now. Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Mariota on the delay to Henry. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go deep tight. Let's go deep tight. Check. Fresno. 25. Check 25.
Again, it's Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dominic Easley able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Back. Under 10, 10. 1. Turn up. Kill, turn up.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mariota now. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Here's Foles. He's got it over the middle to Jeff Swain. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Foles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Throwing on second down. Foles. And this will be incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
After the penalty, it's Henry. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They go play action. Mariota. They'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. That's out to his running back, Fournette.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go! Watch it, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now Foles. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Here's Jackson. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch!
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Mariota here to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Bofo's the Mike. Mike's Bofo. I'm coming. Three.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Lee. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Titans, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the